The legend Nicolas Cage has done it yet again, giving us a memorable performance in 2023's dark comedy Dream Scenario. Dream Scenario is a unique take on the pitfalls of fame and the lonesome, destructive nature of cancel culture. With a powerful performance from Cage and a wacky out there idea for a plot, Dream Scenario is easily one of the best films of 2023. Nicolas Cage plays Paul Matthews, a tenured college professor. Paul is about as ordinary as one can be. Then one day, people start telling him that they've been seeing him in their dreams. What starts as a fun little coincidence quickly cascades into something much bigger. It isn't just a few people who see Paul in their dreams, it's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. This catapults Paul straight into the internet fame and becoming the most interesting man in the world. However, this fame is short-lived because at some point, people start having awful nightmares about Paul. People around the world collectively start having dreams where Paul viciously murders them, or worse. The dreams are so bad that society rejects Paul. People are uncomfortable around him. People are now scared of him, thus sending Paul into a spiraling mess of anger, frustration, and confusion. As I said in my opening, Nick Cage is fantastic here. He is a legend, man. And Paul is unlike anything we've seen Cage do in a while. He's a boring, socially awkward professor. In fact, if I'm being honest, I found this character to be kind of annoying, and I don't think I would ever hang out with someone like Paul. And it's not that Paul is mean or rude or anything, he just comes off as arrogant and weird and awkward. What I love about the performance is how reserved it is. This is not unhinged Nick Cage. He does manage to squeeze in some zaniness from time to time throughout the film, but it's overall a deeper self-reflective performance, not a wild one. And the supporting cast here is all great, but it's Michael Cera who stands above the crowd. He plays the head of a publicity company and he absolutely kills it. And I found this movie to actually be a bummer to watch. It has its funny moments and it's surprisingly spooky at times, but its themes of fame, society, and even cancel culture made it a depressing watch. What's sad is that Paul, a boring ordinary guy, finally finds attention. Attention that he clearly seeks, or if not attention, he seeks success. We see early on that one of his colleagues is about to publish a paper about a subject that he has deeply researched. He begs her to credit him in the paper, to which she refuses. Paul clearly wants to be something. He wants to achieve something. Then, without warning, he finally gets the attention he seeks, but it's at a cost. When pop culture turns its spotlight on Paul, he's excited, he's giddy. He loves the attention, and I don't blame him. Who wouldn't love the attention? Paul tries to leverage his fame into finally getting a publishing deal for a book he's trying to write. However, it doesn't go over well, as it's clear people don't actually care about Paul's life. They just care about the dreams part, and that's the sad, harsh reality of his fame. Then it gets worse for Paul when the dreams start becoming nightmares. To watch society throw Paul away like that, even when he had done nothing wrong, was frustrating. Now, whether you believe in cancel culture or not, it's clear that this movie does, and I think it exposes how cancel culture can hurt the lives of people who maybe don't deserve all the harsh scrutiny. I found the film to be a sad story of an ordinary man who finds a bit of fame, only for society to chew him up and spit him back out until his life is in shambles. Now, these themes aren't anything new, but I found Dream Scenario's approach to them a refreshing take. Another thing I found interesting was how the film tiptoed in and out of the horror genre. There are moments in this film that are actually pretty scary, and not like jump scare scary, but like visually creepy. As a big horror fan myself, I appreciated the uneasiness the film brought to the table. I also had fun with the dream sequences. They are a blast to watch. A neat trick the movie pulls off is that there are many moments when we as an audience don't know if we're in a dream or not. I felt like the execution of that was brilliant, and it kept me on my toes throughout the entire film. And the one aspect I actually didn't like in the movie was how they sort of explain and exploit how Paul was able to enter people's dreams. I kind of liked it when the answer was unknown, when we actually didn't know how or why it was happening. But then we get an extended sequence where the film more or less explains how people can enter one's dreams. It's a funny bit, for sure, but it just felt jarring as it didn't really fit the film tonally. Luckily, the payoff for that sequence is worth it. How Paul will actually capitalize on entering one's dreams, which makes up for the last scene of the film. And that scene is beautiful and heartbreaking. But I still think we could have got there without that weird 2 to 3 minute exposition scene describing how dream invading works. Dream Scenario is such a great movie, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. If you like Nicolas Cage, then I think this is a must-watch. However, if you just like the unhinged, crazy Nick Cage movies, this might not be up your alley. Because make no mistake, this is a drama. This is closer to something like Pig than it is to something like Mandy. Even though I think this movie is kind of a bummer watch, I still had fun with it and still think it's one of the best films of 2023. If you like my review, please check out my review for The Iron Claw, another super bummer depressing film about fame and family drama. If you have a minute, please give that video some love. Thanks for watching, and cheers.